Hey, this is Joey with Home-Aid Caregivers. This week we're going to talk about fears of the elderly. I was reading an article this week, kind of got me on the subject. But we all have fears. It doesn't matter how old you are, obviously, and it just depends on what the circumstances are to make you have the fears. But when you get older, a lot of times you have your loss of health, loss of eyesight, loss of hearing, loss of spouse, loss of friends. There's a lot of losses. Now, being older is not a negative thing necessarily, but being older and without people to take care of you and being sick is obviously a problem. So some of the top 5 that I'm going to talk about today anyway, real briefly, are going to be loss of independence, fears about your safety, declining health and falls, loss of a familiar environment, and of course financial. So when you look at an elderly person, most of them are doing pretty well. Everybody ages pretty steady up to a point. And then you just start seeing one problem after another seem to cause more and more worries, more and more problems for families. You can't prevent all these things. You can help. You can talk to them. You can try to alleviate their fears, show them support, get them the help they need. When a person's feeling a loss of independence, you're used to doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And now here you are, having other people try to tell you what to do, not being able to do some of the things you wanted to do before, and it's scary for you. Fear of safety, fear of being exploited. There's a lot of exploitation, obviously, and a lot of it's against elderly people. That's a legitimate fear, too. Number 3 is declining health. Well, majority of people who go back in the hospitals from a trauma are going to be from falls. A lot of people go back in the hospital because they don't take their medicine right. A lot of people don't eat right. A lot of people don't keep hydrated. In summary, they don't take care of themselves or they don't have a safe environment. They don't fall on purpose, obviously, but sometimes things happen where you can fall in your bathroom, fall on thresholds. So everybody needs to look at the house and make sure it's as safe as it can be, have an expert look at it. And then try to work around that the best you can. You can't prevent all falls. It doesn't matter where you're living. But you can do everything you can to prevent these falls. And so one of the main things you need to do is just look at the house and decide if there's some risks there and fix them. Number 4 is going to be loss of a familiar environment. And we all like who we like. We like our environment, the people we know, the people we love, things that make us feel secure, make us feel safe. Well, as you get older, you have a fear of leaving your home, leaving your friends, leaving your church, leaving all these different things. And financial, what can you say? Financial is a huge fear. I think more people fear outliving their money than they do dying. So all these fears being legitimate, I think from my perspective, I'm biased. Obviously, I want people to stay home. Not just because I want it for business, but if you don't use me to help you, the idea of staying home is attractive for everybody. The most recent AARP survey showed that 95% of people still want to stay home. Can everybody stay home? Of course they can. There's a lot of different circumstances, whether it be lack of community and family support, whether it be dementia sometimes, finances sometimes. But when you're looking at all these things with your family members, you need to consider them all and consider it from their perspective. And so people like me in my business, we can help with a lot of these things. Meals, medication, fall prevention, companionship, taking them places, going out and enjoying things in the community still. And every case is different. But when you look at your family, just give us a call and we'll talk about it with you. Check us out on our website at www.homeaidcaregivers.com. And our phone number is 903-533-1300.